Yo, what's good, everybody? Happy Friday, man. We made it through the week. It was a short week, but I was able to see you guys on the Zoom meetings. Not everybody, but if you make it, you make it. If you don't, it's all good. I understand, man. We are in different times, so no worries on that. But I noticed yesterday that a lot of us, made some mistakes that we probably wouldn't have made if we looked at the video. So I'm doing these to kind of help us through. So if you get stuck, reference it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking next week we're going to learn about circles. Maybe do some more of these like state test kind of questions as we get into June. So anyway, I miss you guys, man, and I hope you're all doing well. So here we go. Let's dig right into it. So question number 1, right, is this one right here. So it says, one morning the temperature was 5 degrees below zero. Okay, 5 degrees below zero. By noon, the temperature rose 20 degrees Fahrenheit and then dropped 8 degrees Fahrenheit by evening. What was the evening temperature, right? So, all right, let's just draw this out, right? So we know we have this middle line here that's going to be 0, right? So we think about a number line. Right? So it says the temperature was 5 degrees below. So it was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is -5. Right? And then it says by noon the temperature rose to 20. So if it's at -5, it has to go to 0. So that's 5. And then up to 20. Right? Up to 20. So how many spaces did it go, right? So that's 5 and then up to 20, right? You would think that should be 25, right? Or is that 15? Oh no, so it's up to 0 and then up to 20 more. Yeah, no. Because that's, yeah, so that's, well, actually, if we just did the math, 20 minus 5 equals 15, right? See, that's why we got to do that, right? So 15, and then it dropped, right? From 15, it dropped 8 more, right? So 15 minus 8 is 7. So it's 7 degrees above 0, right? Because the other ones are below. In 12, so that doesn't make any sense, right? So if we did this kind of math right here, it went up 5, 20 minus 5 is 15, and then 15 minus 8 is 7. Answer is 7. Okay, easy peasy, not too much math. All right, number 2, man, we know that the signs are the same and there's a plus sign, so we just add and keep the sign. So 4 plus 3 is 7. You have -4 plus -3 equals -7. So the answer is A, -7. All right. This one right here, number 3. A group of hikers climbed from Salt Flats, elevation -55, to Talon Bluff, elevation 620. What is the difference in elevation between Talon Bluff and Salt Flats, right? So it said difference. And since we know the difference is this symbol, right, we have to keep this right here, and then we have 620, right? So we worked on this during our distance learning a few weeks ago, that we do keep, change, or make this just a plus sign, right? So it's actually 620 plus 55, which is going to be 675. So that is the difference. That is the difference. Even though you're subtracting, but because you have a negative number, it becomes positive when you have a difference like that, right? So that's why it's 675. And I hope y'all watch the video, because if y'all get this wrong, I'm gonna be mad. All right, so here we go. This question right here, it's a lot going on in this question, right? But we got to think about what it's doing. So it says the price of a share of stock for a company XYZ at the beginning of the week was $24.75. Over the next 5 days, the stock gained $2.50. All right, so it went up $2.50, right? So we have to add that $2.50 to the $24.75 to include these numbers. right? So the first thing I would do is I would add 2475 to 250. And that's going to give us 25 and then 3, so 2725, right? Let's just do the math. 2725, let's do 2475 plus 250. 5, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so 2725. And now we're just going to go through this. And you can use the calculator if you want, right? So Monday it lost. So remember that word lost. The word lost means that we're subtracting. Okay, so we're going to subtract 325 from that. Oopsies, 325. Okay, so that means 0, that means 0, this means 4, this means 2. So we got $24. And then it lost another 75 cents. Right, so we know that this is going to be 25. And this is 3. So now we have 23.25, right? And then on Wednesday it gained. So if it gained, that means we're now adding instead of subtracting. We're adding since it gained 125. So that's going to be 50. And then 4 to 24.50. And then on Thursday it gained 475. So we're going to add 24.50 to 475, and then that's going to be 5, and it's going to be 2, and then we add the 1, so that's 5, 9, and then 2. So what was the price of the share of stock at the end of Friday? The share was $29.25, and that is C, $29.25. All right, so you got to remember those loss and gains mean subtract and add, okay? All right, man, we killed this a lot in class. I don't have to go over this because you know you do the opposite. The opposite operation of division should be, hopefully you're all saying, all 3 of you who are watching this video, multiplication. So I'm going to multiply 3 times 36. And if I do that, 18. And then 9 and 1 is 10, so that should be 108. So that should be A, but I could be wrong. You have to tell me. All right, let's read this together. The Sojourn family went on a vacation. They started with $2,000. If they spent $150 each day, which expression represents how much money they had after X days? So there's not really much math we have to do when we take a look at the responses, like we talked about, process of elimination, right? We learned that X means that it's together, so it's multiplication. So what happened here? It said if they spent $150 each day, which expression represents how much money they had after X days? We don't know. But this already subtracted 250 from it, or 150 from it, 150 times X. That doesn't make sense, because if we're talking about 1850 times the number of days, that would mean that they spent that much money that day. So it's not 150 a day, because it said they started with 2,000. So, and they spent 150 a day. If they spent 150 a day, then it's not this, because this means that they started with $2,000 and then every day they got $150. So it's not D. So the only logical response is B. They started with $2,000 and then for every day, which is X, they spent $150. So 2,000 minus the amount they spend per day would tell us how much they would have left after they're done with their vacation. So that answer is B. See? Deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning. Okay? Oh, man. There's a lot of crap on this question, but you know what? It's super simple. It says the steps Quentin took to evaluate the expression 3m minus 3 divided by 3 when m equals 8 are shown below. So he has 3m minus 3 divided by 3 when m equals 8. So 3 times 8 equals 24. And then 24 minus 3 equals 21. And then 21 divided by 3 equals 7. Why is he wrong? Why is he incorrect? Scholars, that's right. Hopefully you were saying that this 3m gave him 24, and then right here he should have divided the negative or the 3 by the 3, right? Because that's next to each other. He should have divided that. So let's see. Let's see if they have that in the answer key here. Well, we know it's not C or D. Wait, subtract 3 divided by 3 from 24. Uh-oh, see? I was so busy saying divide, and that's what we should have done, but actually it says right here that we have to subtract 3 divided by 3 from 24, and that's the correct step. So he has 24, and then we're going to divide 3 divided by 3, and then subtract that answer from 24. So that correct answer is C. The answer for that is C. All right? All right. Man, you guys don't need help with this, right? But just in case you do, we have to do 8 divided by 2, which is 4. 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. 8 divided by 2 is 4, plus 8 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Super simple. Hope you guys are singing that song. Super supplements. All right. Trish resting heart rate is 50 beats per minute. For every minute she exercises, her heart rate increases 5 beats per minute. How long will it take her to reach a heart rate of 120 beats per minute? So when you think about this question, right, you're probably trying to like divide 5 into 50 and you get 10, and then 10 into 20, and 120 you get 12, but 12 isn't an answer here, right? So we can't do that because she's resting right here. So when you're at your resting heart rate, that means that's how many beats your heart is beating without doing any exercise. So it says for every minute she exercises. So the first thing we have to do is subtract 120 and 50. And that's going to give us 70. So she has 70 beats, right, that she has to get to. So she's going to take that 70 beats, and that's what is going to be exercising. And so now we divide 5 by 70, and we should get one of these numbers. What'd you get? 5 into 70, right, is 1, and then 20 is remaining, and then so that's 4. So put those two together, and you should have gotten B, which is 14. So it will take her 14 minutes to reach 120 beats per minute. This person must really be in good shape, right? Because the lower your heart rate, the better shape you're in. Anyway, that's a little health tidbit for you. All right, so let's look at this question. A square with a side x, right? So this right here, you see my cursor, inside of it, right? Remember we kind of did the shaded area and you have to subtract, right? So which expression represents the area of the shaded region in terms of x? So we know that we're going to do x times x, right? So x times x is x squared. It is not 2x. That will be x plus x. So the only one that makes logical sense in this situation, because we know 4 times 4 is 16, right? And then right here is x squared. So the one that makes the most sense logically is B. 16 minus x squared is going to give us the area of the shaded region. Just like we would do in class. Oh, I miss being in class, you guys. Oh, and that's it. Holy crap, we're done already. That was bing, bang, pow, boom. That was easy. Super simple, you guys. All right? So check this video out. Do your work. Do your best. Have a great weekend. Remember that you're awesome, that I love you, and I miss you, and I hope you all are great. And that's it. Until Monday. Peace out.